Welcome back, still your boy Prince TV. For those ones who have not subscribed to this channel, please try to subscribe to this amazing platform so that anytime we post our video, you always be the first one to be notified and know what our video is all about. Don't forget, in this particular platform, all we do is to give you information. When we have an insensitive information like this, all we do is just to settle down and then break the articles so that you guys can really understand how everything is ought to be, you understand. And then don't also forget that in this particular platform we also deal with most of the leaders who misbehave, you understand. So in my next video you will see the action of what I'm trying to say. So we still display things here in this particular platform, but when we have something sensitive, I think we'll have to put it in a manner that everyone can be carry along and then understand what you're trying to say about. All right, in this particular video we are going to talk about explosion and then cassation, because many people don't even really know what cassation is all about. There are so many people who have their case in cassation not even knowing to them, because there are some lawyers, after making your case, they just go straight to book it on cassation. But we know that, you know, making cassation is something difficult. I'm just saying this because I discovered that many people ask questions. I do watch video when people are asking questions. My lawyer told me that my case is in cassation. What is the meaning of cassation? That is to say, okay, does that mean that your lawyer went as far to book your case in cassation even without you knowing or being aware? You understand? All right. So now, first of all, let me explain to you guys what cassation is all about. The meaning of cassation here in Italy is that, for example, you apply for as an asylum seeker, you apply for the first time, and then the territorial commission gave you a negative answer. And then the second time again, you go for appeal. When they give you this negative, then you go for appeal in the tribunal court. Then the tribunal now decide again and say, okay, fine, we didn't see any good reason to still give this person a document, and then they give this same person a negative answer. And in that case, then you have the third time again to go and appeal. You understand? That was during the time of Savini. You have the third time again to go and then appeal. Then, if you make this third appeal again, and then the tribunal also reject and say, okay, fine, no, you are not qualified to have the asylum seeker as a refugee status or whatever, and then they send you straight to cassation. You understand? You have only option to go and make cassation. And then most guys, you guys know that, you know, this cassation we are talking about, most lawyer charge €1,000 to make this cassation, and then it is not all lawyer that can really perform this duty of cassation. You understand? Not all lawyer are qualified or eligible to make a cassation. You understand? There are some professional lawyers who can fight against this cassation. All right, so here comes about the asilo ritirata. When I always tell you guys that, you know, is it better for me to go and make asilo ritirata in order to restart my case again, or I should go for the one of cassation? Guys, let me tell you the effect about, you know, trying to go and make a cassation. You understand? If you decide and say, okay, fine, I have to go and make a cassation, this particular cassation will not give you the possibility to be regular in order for you to have the permesso di soggiorno, which is the one of the richiesta di asilo, which you can use to do any other thing you want to do. This cassation will deny you for being able to renew your permesso di soggiorno again in most cases. You understand? All right, so what is the best thing to do is to try to kind of like restart this case, making use of asilo ritirata. When we are talking about asilo ritirata, what do we mean? That is to say, since the judge have already referred you to a cassation, you have the right to deny the cassation by not going to look for a lawyer who have to make this cassation for you, and then look for a lawyer who can make asilo ritirata for you in another region but close to the same place where you seek the asylum. But don't allow it to be in the same questura, because that same questura might say, okay, fine, if you don't have any new evidence of what to prove, we might not, they will end up giving negative again in most cases. You understand? So that is why it's very much important you have it in mind that before going to make asilo ritirata, you have to have a good evidence based on your story or based on what you have participated here in Italy that give you the equality to be able to have the access in order to get it as a kind of like a 96% that they have to give you this document. Because if you have new evidence, based on this new decreto di sicurezza they have changed now, you might end up having the special protection. You understand? All right, so going back again to the one of the cassation. All right, for those ones who already make cassation, if you have already requested for cassation and then your case is now on cassation, as you guys know that this cassation is always a kind of like taking time. It takes a long time for cassation, and then mind you that in that cassation they are not requesting for your presence. All they have to do is just to walk through your story and then give back feedback to the particular lawyer who applied this cassation for you. And then one funny thing again about this cassation, as we explained with Avvocato Paolo Binato di Remini, you see when that lady was explaining many things, you understand? All right, even when I go for research on the ministerial website trying to research about this cassation, I found out that what that lady was saying was very much right, and then it was a kind of like a point. She hit a point that we, the immigrants, we never knew before. So have it in mind that now, after cassation have already granted and so okay, fine, they granted you a kind of like a positive result, they will refer you back again to tribunal. You understand? Get this point now. Don't expect that the cassation are the one who are going to give you this document. No. They always say, okay, fine, we have read the case of this particular person, and then they send the letter back to the lawyer. Then the lawyer have the right now to go back to tribunal. You understand? The cassation will send the letter to the lawyer, and the lawyer will take it back again to a tribunal. You understand? That is to say, the cassation now will not send back again to a tribunal, and then tribunal will be the people now to decide to say, okay, fine, we grant this particular person a document. And then mind you, in this particular word I want to utter now, people might get confused or be thinking, no, it's the reality. You have to know that, you know, that particular tribunal can still have the mind to kind of like say no, they don't want to give you documents again. You understand? So these things are kind of like complicated. That is why I said it's much advisable for those ones who have not done cassation to make this asilo ritirata. You understand? Because if you should make asilo ritirata, it gives you a possibility to, you know, restart your case again, even the third time. You understand? You have the possibility to go for the first commission, the second commission, and then the third commission, just like the person who came newly in Italy. So guys, this is what you have to know about this cassation and then asilo ritirata. You understand? If there's any question, you can keep it at the comment section while we go on for the explosion. Let me try to explain many things for you guys on explosion. All right, now we go about the one of the explosion. What is the meaning of explosion? That is known as folie di via. What does this folie di via really mean here in Italy? When we are talking about folie di via, I think many people really know that, you know, after you might have gone to commission, most times some of the questura order to live in Italy. They will order the person to live in Italy, giving that person a folie di via. You understand? All right, let me read from article from the website, ministerial website, so that you guys can really understand what this explosion is all about. He said here, an explosion order is an official document that says you have to leave Italy. You understand? He said here, who could get an explosion order? You understand? All right, he said, if you are considered irregular in Italy, meaning you enter the country without permission and are not in the process of applying for asylum, you could get an explosion order. So let me say, for example, there are many people who land here in Italy from Sicily. They will not allow them to be, they will not allow the polizia or the authorities there to kind of like thumbprint them, and then they will run into the city or run into the regions. If this kind of particular person is being captured and then they find out that you don't have a fingerprint in the country, automatically you have to have this explosion order. This is what this particular place is trying to explain. I will summarize everything so that you guys can really understand the facts or what I'm trying to make you guys to know about this explosion, because many people still find it difficult to understand what folie di via is all about. You understand? All right, so now let's go forward so that you guys can really understand. He said here, under Italian law, explosion order and removal order cannot be issued to people classified as vulnerable, include people under 18, pregnant women, and who give birth in the last year. You understand? So they are trying to explain here that, you know, this explosion, have it in mind that people who are under 18 years is not entitled to have explosion. And then women who are pregnant, who give birth a kind of like a recent period, maybe it's not too long that they give birth, having babies, that this kind of people are not entitled to have this explosion, no matter what the case may be. You understand? According to Italian law, that people who have children and then people who are under 18 years are not entitled to have this explosion. You understand? So that is it. Let me read one or two things. Let me try to summarize this particular one. It's very simple topic that everybody know already, but there are some people who still ask questions based on explosion. You understand? All right. He said here, the Italian Ministry of Interior can also issue explosion order for special cases of national security, include tourism. Generally, those explosion orders are executed very quickly. You understand? All right. He said if you get an explosion order after requesting asylum by but before getting a decision, the order is not legal. However, if you fill out a folio notizia form in a way that makes authorities think you are not an asylum seeker, they may issue you an explosion order. You understand? So let me say, for example, you fill that form of folio notizia. That particular form is very dangerous to fill. So guys, get it in mind that anytime the Italian or the prefettura or questura where you are staying, they give you that folio notizia to sign. Before signing all these papers, make sure you tell them that, you know, I need to get my lawyer to explain to me what is the meaning of this particular book I want to sign. Because if you sign that book that is known as a folio di notizia, that is to say you are taking yourself out from the database as an asylum seeker. And in that case, it's possible for them to give you this explosion. So guys, let me try to read one thing again so that you guys can really understand. He said how it works. He said your local prefectura issue explosion order, but the questura serve them to people. You understand? You see now. So the explosion that you guys do see, this is folio di via, is being authorized at the prefectura, but the questura are the one who give it to people. You understand? All right. He said here, if you are living in a center or your asylum request is being reviewed, you cannot be given an explosion order because you are considered as a registered migrant. You see, according to this new Decreto di Sicurezza now, if you are under camp, you know, before they are giving many folio di via. If you are under camp, you are living in a camp center, already registered as migrant in here in Italy with a database fingerprinted, the Italian government don't have the right to give you a folio di via until your project gets expired. So here comes an important issue, because there are so many people who prove stubborn in camp, and then most of these camp leaders, they use this as an opportunity to drive them away from the camp, which is not supposed to be. So anywhere you are in any camp, they try to give you this folio di via. You try to explain to them that according to the Italian law, which state that people who are being registered under a center for asylum request already templated as a registered migrant here in Italy, that they don't have the right to drive you away from the camp when your project is not expired. You can really explain these things to them. You understand? So guys, you have to explain to them and let them know that they don't have the right to send you away from the camp when you have not a kind of like finish your project. You understand? So let me read one or two things. This will be the last paragraph that I will read, and then I'll summarize this video. All right, he said here, by law, the explosion order has to be written in a language you can understand. You understand? All right. He said here, or translated for you. However, in some cases, if no translator for your language is available, authority will instead note in the explosion order that it was not translated. You understand? All right. So if, for example, they bring this folio di via paper for you anywhere you are, they order you to come and take it. Make sure that you understand, like I said before, you understand what is being written there. If, for example, it is being written in Italian normally as usual, and then you speak English, you have to tell them to translate it in English for you to understand what you have to sign. And then if it is not being translated in English in the language which you ought to understand, it will be signed and then noted in the paper that this particular person signed this paper even without knowing a kind of like understanding the meaning what is being written there. You understand? So you have to take note that you tell them to sign it that you did not really know what they are talking about. That is to say, at any point in time, you can decide and say, okay, fine, the Foley DVR you guys gave to me, I didn't understand the article inside because it was not being translated. You can use that as an excuse against them to reject the Foley DVR. So guys, to an extent, let me summarize everything. I'm trying to make sure in this video to make people to understand about this explosion. So if you really enjoyed this video, do give me the thumbs up and then share out the video. If you have any question, keep it at the comment section. I'll be there to answer your question. You know, most times like this, I try to do research about all these things so that you guys can really understand. Let's know our right here in Italy, you understand? All right, so subscribe to this channel, share out this video, hit the like button, and then you keep on stay tuned with this particular platform. Till next time again, we'll meet together. I remain your boy Prince TV. Ciao.